E olá maltinha, sejam bem-vindos a um novo episódio de Feito Grande Horda. E como vocês podem ver, temos uma nova pseudo-singularity. Neste caso não é nova, é a primeira pseudo-singularity. Que é em Shinjuku. Portanto, let's fucking go! Let's go! Easy does it. Where'd you like to put this, senpai? The closet? Understood. It certainly has gotten messy. What with everything that's happened over the last year? We're overdue for a spring clean. High mesh Gearlight will have this place spick and span in no time. Foo-foo! Thank you, Foo, but we'll be fine. Please, wait here until we're done. Foo! Hey, you two! All things! Hey! Isn't it obvious? I'm slacking off. Seriously, Da Vinci? Hey, don't give me that look. Part of my job is making sure the two of you are in tip-top shape. Oh, and if any of our higher ups asks where I am, tell them I'm not here, okay? Tell them we geniuses. Oh fuck. We geniuses need 3 times more rest than most people so we can work 30 times more efficiently. I think there are more personal belongings, senpai. What would you like me to do with them? Okay, senpai. I see the top of this shelf is very dusty. I'll go ahead and clean your here too. Foo! Senpai! This is your room, senpai. You're the one who has to clean it. Come on, senpai. Stop grinning. It's so peaceful now. It's so peaceful now. Phew, that takes care of the part of your room. Since Da Vinci's here too, why don't we take a little break, senpai? I'll go make some tea. Foo! Thank you, Foo. It's nice of you to keep me company. Be back soon, senpai. I'm glad to see you in high spirits again, but... Yes and no, our exam results were all perfect. Our cell structure have rejuvenated to that of a teenager, and our nerves and blood vessels are like new. But the non-human parts of her, that's another story. The enormous magical energy she possessed as demi-servant is gone, and her magical circuits have jammed. You've learned a lot about magecraft over the last year, so you know that magical circuits last for life. Whenever a mage uses a spell, they flip a switch to turn on the magical circuits inside their body. This activates them and voila! They can cast spells. When they don't need them, they flip the switch back. Basically, the switch is always there, and their ability to use spells depends on whether it's on or off. But right now, there's no way to turn magic circuits on, even though the circuits themselves are fine. It's kind of like the system is jammed and can't be flipped. No, I give you my personal universal genius guarantee that there is nothing wrong with her physically. She's the very picture of elf. You have my word as the world's most eminent artist. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Don't worry, I'll sort itself out. It will sort out eventually. I'd add though that it might be a good idea for Mesh to get out a bit more. Like say going to school. Call the academy. I know what you're thinking. Naturally, genius that I am, I'm free to wear a student uniform or teach art as I please. And note, that does not include working at the school shop. Thank you very much. So, what do you think? The scholar teacher suits me pretty well, right? At any rate, if Mesh really were to start going to school, I bet she'd have guys and girls alike fawning her over her. You don't say. She'd be getting love letters every day, confession left and right. I just love innocent young couples. The teasing opportunities alone make life worth living. No one is brushing. Da Vinci, stop filling Senpai's head with nonsense. Please, don't pay her and eat, Senpai. Here, have some tea. Go on. Are you seeing anyone right now? Nobody. But besides, I haven't even had time to think about things like that. What with all that's happened? Alright, enough joking around. You really do need to think about your future, Match. You only get to dream big when you're young. This is your chance to broaden your horizons. Yes, I know that. It's just... Of course, you'll need someone with experience to help you guide you. Isn't that right, Raphael-senpai? As our senpai, it's your job to make sure Mesh has a bright future ahead of her. Don't you think? Oh, I'm on it! No, that's what I like to hear. Come to think of it, those people from Mages Association didn't stick around very long, did they? We must overload their poor minds with sheer quantity of data we've gathered over the last year. Between Chaldea's summons on the site summons, we've easily called upon more than 100 servants. Then there were us visiting singularities in 7 different eras, and then 10 plus reshifts to minor singularities in between. Normally a reshift is a major event and requires approval from the Mages Association and the UN. We may have done it to save the world, but we still broke all sorts of regulations. Still, the fact remains that we saved the world, senpai. I just overheard this while making the tea. Are you kidding me? Hey, don't shoot that messenger. As soon as the first team gets here, they're going to shake things up with the staff. Looks like they're foisting a bunch of well-known mages from all sorts of fields on us. We still don't have the complete list, but here's a few we know are coming. Augustus Henry Cosplot from Valway, Crass Rainier Wagner from Kishore, Veles Elpishin from Mistlil, and Mizari Crownlum from Chimera. As if that weren't bad enough, it sounds like police is even getting involved too. They're talking about completely overhauling Chaldea while they analyze data. Perfect storm of aristocracy, neutrality, and democracy. What gives them the right to... Lavlenu. Oh, you remember how he served as an advisor, right? There's every possibility he had an accomplice. And it's entirely possible that if he did, they're still out there. That's why we got a target on our backs. We are under suspicion for an act of terrorism that put 38 top-tier mages in comas. And we can't speak to the Animus Spheres for help since they're still upheaval after Olga's Mary's death. First, they need to designate the family that divided the Administrator Origin Crest as the new successor and get the other family's consent. Once that's done, they have to complete all rituals and get the various approvals needed for succession before they can finally come to Chaldea. So by the time that happens, we'll either have lost all of our authority or, in the worst case, they'll ignore our achievements, freeze Chaldea's assets, and seal everything away, including us. Damn it, if only Dr. Roman were still alive. Come on, we've wasted enough time talking about this. Besides, I want to Dr. Raphael's file while I can. And you, along with a few other people, are going to help me. Huh? Why should I? Okay, listen, let me put this into you like this. Do you really think they'll believe that the master with no experience who showed up on the day that the Jack just filled an empty space on a roster was able to command several different servants and take on the actual heroes of the time periods he visits? alone without a modicum of support. And finally, that when the dust settled, he managed to restore humanity because even I don't believe it. We shouldn't even be alive right now, but we are, and that's all thanks to him. Well, Listen, I'm sorry. It's just, when you stop and think about what Raphael has accomplished, it's unbelievable. So much so that the major association, called included, may get caught up in political infighting. No, I'm sure they will. And before it's over, someone's going to get disappeared. So that's why I want to edit Raphael's information while I still can, even just a little bit. For example, we could have said Caldea's backup was in fine shape even after the terrorist attack. This amateur master we've been relying on was never even get away to maintain servant contracts. Dr. Roman was the one who handled all the complex matters, including the hero negotiations and so on. I know this is wrong, to even end up disgracing Raphael's name. But he's been fighting alongside us for over a year now. Don't you want to make sure he has a future? Okay, I'm in. Where do we start? Let's start with Orleans, where the first singularity was... I see. Well, they've actually got the right idea. After everything, there's no doubting that Raphael is a hero who saved the world. So now that the association knows his talent, they're not going to leave him alone. Assuming, of course, they just send over the raw data. Don't want Senpai to get caught up in political battle either. But it's not fair that anybody will know he saved the world. Senpai? He's right, Mesh. Mesh, so do I. So does the entire Chaldea staff and Romani. And don't forget the many servants he formed contracts with. Heroes and heroes, the servants who gathered the Temple of Time, they certainly know. I bet even Goetia gets it. Each and every one of them knows exactly who is responsible for saving the world. Hope you never change, Senpai. I really, truly respect you. You're amazing. Besides me, there's a few others I can think who are sure to testify that you saved the world. There's Saint John de Arc, Maiden of Orleans, Nero Claudius, the Roman Emperor. Francis Drake, the Great Pirate, Mordred, the Treacherous Knight. Florence Nightingale, the Mother of all Nurses, Bedivere, one of the King Arthur's faithful knights. And King Gilgamesh, the Golden King of Heroes. You couldn't ask for much better testimony than that. Of course, it's possible that they will have no memories from their summoning once they've returned to the throne. Foo-foo! Yes, what is it, Foo? Oh, you want to say a snack? Foo kind of seems more innocent these days, doesn't it? Now then. They're going to start investigating Chaldea pretty soon, so I think I'm going to make my escape. You two can stay here and make sure the whole room is nice and clean. See you later. Okay, good luck, Da Vinci, but I'm trying not to slack off too much, okay? Okay, Senpai, shall we get back to cleaning? Look, there's still all those Halloween and Christmas decorations piled up in the corner. We should put these away too. Let's do it, Mash. Yes, Master. There, that looks much better. Now, what's next? I've got it. We should take this chance to clean the other rooms so they'll be ready when the servants come back. What the? Huh? Phew! What's going... Raphael, Mash! It's an emergency! It's an emergency! I need to come to the command room right away! Let's go, Senpai! I can't pinpoint the singularity to this location. It appears to be confined in an incredibly small area. Analyze the wavelength. Find out this is similar to other singularities. I found it is 74 similar to singularity F. Okay, now filter the analysis to major Japanese cities. How long will that take? Give me 5 minutes. I've got cheap observation results. Foundation of humanity fluctuation is over 30%, almost the same as the 7 singularities. Although that's strange, something's off. Off? How off? I'm sorry, it may just be my imagination. I've seen seven singularities over the past year, and something about this new one just strikes me as odd. Don't dismiss your intuition. I want you to think about what is it until you remember. Yes, ma'am. I'll start comparing the singularities right away. I've got it now. It's in Tokyo, the Shinjuku ward. That is small. Shinjuku is just a single ward in the entire capital city, right? The year is 1999. 1999? I don't remember any historic events taking place then. It was perfectly ordinary year. There were no events that could result in singularity, but... Mesh Carolite reporting for duty. Raphael Mesh! What in the world? We've got another singularity. Huh? Yes, we know. This shouldn't even be possible. Koetchi is gone in the seven singularities were all repaired. However, one thing always bothers me. The fact that singularities pose a threat from moments of their occurrence. Look, you've been going around questioning every little singularity that popped up this past year, right? Those occurred because the emergence of seven singularities created some major time distortions, which in turn affected other timelines. And just because the seven singularities were repaired doesn't mean those distortions simply disappear. That said, I couldn't have foreseen that until the appearance of another singularity on par with those. Anyway, you slice it, this is no good. And to make matters worse, the people who made the association was supposing to stand still aren't here. You got it, Raphael. We have no choice but to ask you to repair the singularity as well. I've already told you the UN and the association that it'll be part of the Demon God Pillar incident cleanup. They weren't totally on board with it, but they should be satisfied once we send them the data. So on that note, Raphael, it's time for you to step up and save the world again. You mean Senpai has to fight it yet again? Well, I don't think any master who is unfamiliar with what it's like in a singularity would stand much of a chance here. After all, looks like this new singularity is just an abnormal as the other seven. I think so too. But that's exactly what I think, Senpai. I mean, master shouldn't go. Am I wrong? No, you aren't wrong. But the fact remains that right now Raphael is the only master we've got. Thankfully, we still have some servants here too. I'll reshift them along with you, so you won't have to worry about anything while you get to the bottom of this. So, that's where we stand. Da Vinci! Senpai.
The coffin's ready. We're good to go anytime.
Good. I'll be straight with you. The situation is dire, and we have no clue what's going on. Yes, you should have a good idea what Romanian Road was by now, right? You need to verify Raphael's existence so that he doesn't disappear. His vitals will be in a constant state of flux. Don't take your eyes off them. If any start to show abnormal values, edit them immediately. Won't be able to sleep until things calm down. In some ways, this may be harder than rate-shifting. But no matter how dire it gets, focus on your master's data and keep validating it is. That's the best thing you can do for Raphael right now. How about it? Are you up for it? I am. I vote to support Senpai as the best I possibly can, or my name isn't Mesh Carolite. Even if I can go with you, I'll be right there in spirit. Please make sure you come back safely, Senpai. Da Vinci, whatever it is you're thinking, I don't think I like it. Let's get to it then. Shinjuku, Tokyo, 1999. This should be one of the safest times and places in history, but now something's going on there. I'm not that telling you it in this trying to tell me how pain to watch your step out there, Raphael.
Master Candidate 48, Raphael. If you wish to save humanity, if you wish to have a future beyond 2018, then you alone must go and face these 7 singularities in human history. Are you prepared for this? Can you shoulder the burden of Chaldeans and humanity's future?
How pathetic.
Looks like I'm the only one as yet to be mentally prepared. That's coming to an end right now. The look on your face, Raphael, is cheered up. As the acting director of Chaldea, I order you to enter the coffins. Please, put an end to this absurd scheme. Prove that the endeavor as Allo's settlements simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it.
Are you alright, Raphael? Okay, then it's time to board the coffin.
Starting a summon program, commencing spirit round conversion. Ray shifting begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems are go. Analyze lost order, commencing belt recast.
Ok, let's go. Mais uma pequena aventura. Minha questão é, why though? Okay, let's start this, guys. Ok, bora lá. Portanto, casters, vai-me dar jeito. Vai-me dar jeito aqui olha, pode ser este Tosi. Ok, posso fazer assim. Não sei se isto vai correr lá muito bem. Mas vamos tentar. Ok. Singularity Landing, Section 1. Keep up the... Master, please wake up. Mash? Master, please get a hold of yourself.
Not again.
This is the seventh singularity all over again. What's going on? These must be servants nearby. Let's ask them for help.
This can't be. All the servants that should be shifting along with Raphael have been sent flying. Raphael doesn't have any servants to support him anymore.
What? Da Vinci, you have to call him back.
We can't. The singularity is establishing itself too quickly. We can't bring Raphael back until he fixes the error. We'll give it a shot, but I don't think we can do it before he hits the ground.
Master!
Oh god. Ah yes, save the falling boy. It is precisely the girl's role in this soon-to-begin story of love and hope. The meet cute, as it were. Soon enough, you'll be off gallivanting about your new love, doing your best to fix the singularity, or perhaps not. Truly, a lovely story, and grand take, unfortunately though. Your rescue is neither a dapper young gentleman nor a beautiful young lady. You must content yourself with yours truly, a rather shady-looking old man. Thanks you. I'm impressed you were vital to mind your manners at a time like this. You must be exceptionally polite, exceptionally foolish. Let's go for the former, now for the landing. Phew. There was no mean feat for a gentleman of 50 or thereabouts. But I brought it off perfectly. Now that I wouldn't expect anything less of myself. Right then. Are you holding up? No brain damage? Nerves alright? Bones intact? Pardon my lack of manners. I must have been scrutinizing you rather closely. Well, don't mind me. It's just a dried up old man. Not much different from being inspected by a machine. The important part, of course, is to be certain that you are still fit and able. Excellent. Now that we know you're well. Welcome to Hell, Master of Chaldea.
Hell?
Just take a look at what's happened to this city. Oh,
Oh. Oh. What is all this?
Spellcasters, demonic beasts, sentient mannequins, and pseudo-soldiers known as Hornets. Almost all of good people have died off, leaving only the worst of the worst, have been the CLS in ever since of the world. Cut off from the outside world, this city has become a prison, a horrific cesspool of the unutterably vile. We call it Shinjuku, the quarantine territory of malice.
Shinjuku. Quarantine territory of malice.
It seems the time has come to reveal Shinjuku for a secret. It's not earth-shattering, but go on, see for yourself.
Is that a wall? Surrounding all of Shinjuku, just like the one encircled the Uruk.
Right you are, it is a wall, and yes, it does indeed surround Shinjuku. So that's what's beyond the wall, US. Nobody knows. No transmissions comes in, no transmission goes out. I thought that everything burned down when humanity was incinerated. We're currently unable to analyze anything but Shinjuku. Shiba can barely make out the scattered remains of the wards that neighbor Shinjuku. But otherwise, the outside of the wall appears to be the purity of the singularities during the incineration.
Excuse me, but that's the tower over there to the west.
Tower?
Ah, the tower. Hey, servant person, do you know what that is?
Oh, that. I believe you'll find that the one who will be your nemesis here. But I'm afraid you won't be getting theirs anytime soon. I'm sure you understand that in stories such as ours, the path to the villain is circuitous at best.
So you mean the path cuts off before it reaches there? What about hopping along the rooftops?
I'm afraid that would make you easy pickings for the enemy servants.
Servants?
Queres tu?
Yes, I think it's about time you told us that.
I see. So it would only be proper for me to tell you my true name now. But remember this, young master of Chaldea, usually a servant must keep their true name hidden. After all, revealing it will also mean revealing their weakness. The more invisible a renowned hero of myth seems, the more certain they are to have weakness. Mythology, after all, does sometimes have its plot devices. Sometimes the bigger the monster, it's easier it is dispatched. There's a custom among us servants of calling each other by our class names in typical Holy Grail wars. Though I'm given to understand that there was no time for that sort of things during the restoration of humanity. Of course, with a number of masters urgently shouting Archer attack, Archer heal, and Archer defend, one could be forgiven for getting a little confused. Nonetheless, in this singularity, revealing one's true name could well prove fatal. Are we clear on that, young man? As such, I can tell you my class name to facilitate easy communication, but I cannot yet reveal my true name. Hope you will understand. Ah, the perfect answer. Small wonder it was you who saved the world. Very well then, I shall tell you my class name. A little more specific to help make it proper appellation. My class is Archer. Here I'm known, nor as I'm told, as the Archer of Shinjuku. Of course, you may simply call me Archer, but if you're sure you won't find it confusing.
Ah, you said it, Raphael. Got a nice local feel to it.
I had a reservation about this name at first, but I decided it was better than Tokyo Archer. There's a certain pomposity it would take to use such a prestigious city as my name, no? And here comes Tokyo Archer, the disputed champion of the Holy Grail War of 13 in straight. You know, that sort of thing. On the other hand, Roppongi Archer rather sounds like I work at a host club. At any rate, there you have it. I'm the Archer of Shinjuku. At least, I believe so. Alright then, let us begin our trip into hell. Oh god.
And that's your class, huh? You'd have guessed you were a caster.
You're a sharp one, aren't you? Even my spirit origin wonders if its origin is supposed to be a caster.
You know what? Never mind that for a moment. I may seem otherwise, but I'm most assured I'm not sure. And by 1999, you don't even need to wait around for gold monies. If all the weapons of mass destruction scattered around the world were to activate, we'd be done for. Of course, it's usually the case that doesn't happen, theoretically. That's even how it should be. Without something akin to divine intervention, destroying the world should have been an impossible dream. But now, the world's so small it can fit in the palm of your hand. That certainly simplifies matters. Today, each and every one of us has the potential to destroy the world. How things change. And my apologies, listen to me rambling on when we should focus. Talks like a bad guy dresses in modern day clothing. Looks like a caster. I'm drawing a blank.
Sorry about that. At any rate, Master of Chaldea, you may want to take a few steps back from where you're standing. What with the net and all.
Net? Damn, I missed. Is that why Mesh or something? Master, I'm picking up several hostile-looking entities. You need to get out of there immediately.
No. Just hold your horses, young miss. This is an excellent opportunity to truly understand what's happened to its Shinjuku.
But...
I will, of course, assist. It's the very reason I saved the young master here, after all. Think of this as my audition of sorts. Now we've got him. Hey, over here, guys. What a handsome guy. I can't wait to mess him up.
Those are run-of-mill ruffians. Are they enchanted? How can ordinary humans in 19 do that?
An excellent question. The answer is that they are not, in fact, ordinary. They're spellcasters. They have managed to survive this living hell. Only the true wicked can survive this Shinjuku as it is now. Anyone lacking the vicious virtue meets with oppression or death. Order is long since gone. Chaos is all that remains. Kill them. If their bodies are clean, the necromancer will give us a good price for them. Now then, Master of Chaldea, now that you're in this evil world awash with sin and barrett of punishment, what do you have to show me?
Join me first.
Of course. Well then, it should certainly be diverting. Alright, Master, give me your orders.
Oh fuck. I'm dying. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. Oh my fucking god. I'm dying.
Please, come on.
Come on. Just come on. Loading. Load already. Come on.
There we go. Okay. Oh fuck. É que eu tenho que estar a jogar no tele.
Que eu tenho andado a jogar na tela, então esqueci-me de... Yeah.
No. Please, no.
Seriously?
There we go. Dio. Oh god. Oh fuck. Ouch. Please. Okay, okay, vamos fazer assim, right? Vamos fazer assim e ver o que aqui está. Ok. Espero não me arrepender disto, right? Espero não me arrepender. Please, não me faças arrepender disto. Please. Não me fez. Não me fez arrepender. Nice. What the fuck? 3.000? You serious? You fucking serious? That's fucking cool. All enemies defeated. Well done, master. Hey, Mash, got a second? What is it? Do you have any idea what the Archer of Shinjuku's true name might be? No, I'm afraid not. Not only I am the world's most eminent artist, but I'm also the world's foremost authority on servants. That one doesn't line up with anything I know. Even if I narrow the scope to either archers or casters, there's always something off about him. Yes, I think so too. I get the feeling that he's just hiding his name. He might even be disguising his class. You too, huh? Still, I can understand mistaking a saber for a berserker. But mistaking a caster for an archer, that seems seriously unlikely. And then, there's the fighting style. Yes, I wonder what about that too. An archer who uses bullet. Naturally, I've got a few ideas, but he doesn't line up with any of them. At any rate, we should keep trying to find out who he is, but don't say anything about this to Raphael. Understood, and I'll continue to investigate his identity while this operation is underway. Please, Termina? No. Damn it, you'll pay for this. Talked about cliche. Well done. I must say, one truly feels 1 year has been on being summoned at this age to fight in battle. You got me there. I suppose this must be in my prime. I am in excellent shape, and this weapon, this coffin, certainly makes it easy to hit whatever I happen to aim for. Now is your prime, are you certain? Right you are, young knight. I have no memory whatsoever of being young during my prime. In fact, ever since I got older, my memory has been hazy and fragmented. It's really quite troubling. Why was I fighting here, I wonder? I suppose you would, wouldn't you? At any rate, I take it you now understand how truly awful this Shinjuku is. So, Archer of Shinjuku, not that things have calmed down a bit, I was hoping we could have a chat. Huh? Yes, I certainly understand. You want to know more about what's going on in Shinjuku here, don't you? And I'm sure you especially want to know how it's unusual and where history may have gone astray. Well, before we get to that, why don't we make a deal? I will tell you the truth about this age. In return, you pay me accordingly. Credit? Huh, neither really. What I want from you is trust. I want to hear you say you trust me and also act accordingly. In all my life, there is only one thing in which I have trusted absolutely, and you are not it. Do you think you can trust me? I want to. Huh, so it's not that you don't trust me, it's that you want to, huh? Good. If you had agreed to trust me right away, I'd have packed up and gone home immediately. Now that I have a home to go off, of course. No, this is just how luck nature. At any rate, neither of us trusts the other yet. But I think there's one big thing we can agree on. We cannot permit Shinjuku to remain as it is. Evil cannot be permitted to rampage unchecked. I think it's not safe to say we're not the same page there. Delightful. Then I shall do my utmost to earn your trust, and you may demonstrate what you're capable of. You command numerous servants and triumph over 7 singularities, right? It must mean you're not only the last master in the world, you're also the greatest. No, that I must see for yourself. Please? Please? Modax Day I, Dante's Journal. To be frank, good cannot survive here. Here, good is fragile and unreliable. Cooperation is impossible, therefore, no choice remains but to rely on others. Reliance makes more or less than the scum of its parts. As such, evil will always refuse good. A cat all skin and bones has summoned the last of its strength to consume a dog's remains. Its gaze is sharp and deadly as a knife. The rest nearby waiting for scraps dare not approach. A person draws near, hoping to beat the cat to death and devour both it and the dog. Then the rats come, soaring over the 3 larger creatures until even their bones are gone. Evil consumes both good and evil alike, annihilating each other with equal disdain. To survive here, one must either possess great power or move in a group of like-minded comrades. Unfortunately for me, being part of a group is something I excel at. So, what am I to do? My investigation of Shinjuku is proceeding apace. Though the knowledge of Shinjuku imparted to me differs greatly from the reality of its insides, the premise of its external structure remain largely intact. There are ruins where buildings should be, and collapsed husks where houses should be. However, there's something different about that building. What could it be? Modax DZ, Dante's Journal. I have confirmed the presence of a visitor from Chaldea. He is now accompanied by another. The situation is more perilous than he realizes, for that one's art is pure evil. Believe me, I would know, for evil is as evil does. From the moment he was born, he only knew contempt. To him, love has always been a foreign concept. That's why I find him standing as he said to be so frightening. However, if he has to find out what I was up to, I'll lose the element of surprise. At the moment, my sole advantage is that nobody knows I'm here. We still believe singularity to be some sort of mistake, the result of mere coincidence. No. This has been all miscalculus, planned out from the beginning, with his involvement. It had to be. Good. That'll do nicely. Portanto, pessoal, 44 minutos. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostaram, não se esqueçam de deixar o vosso like, comentarem, subscreverem. E eu vejo-vos no próximo vídeo. Fui!